Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience, Targeted Individual Programming. So what I'm about to show you, as I will elaborate also further on, elaborate on the other video because I'm doing this video, screen recording this video that I have here, so I can upload it before the other video. Right? I already uploaded one video already, where you'll see the Fecal Department of New York, the fire trucks. Right? In terms of they're sending me these subliminal messages and stuff like that. So I talk about this stuff, right? How they trying to get me to accept being microchipped, and I will never accept it. How they try to manufacture consent. The reason why they're doing it, again, is going forward. You know, these Sambinas and Sambos don't quite understand that they too probably are microchipped, just don't even know it yet. Okay? And then on top of that, going forward, what do you think they're going to do to our children and to our children's children? Okay, I was talking about white people have never given up on the idea of black people being slaves again, and they've never they have always said to themselves, what we've done to we continue to black people, we need to continue to do it, because if we stop doing it, right, then they will overtake us in this society, right? This is their fear. But I'm going to show you guys, like I said, they had hacked my phone to end the video that I was recording, so the video couldn't be saved. As I got off the bus, there was the transit worker. They were sticking their thumb out in a very subtle way. Okay, you guys hear the helicopters in the background? A helicopter in the background, right? Yeah, they're just waiting for me to to do my videos. That's why. Or to upload my videos, I should say. And then they start with the noise attacks, right? But yeah, so there was a woman who, she had a package, or she didn't have it in her bag. She had it on her bag, and she had the UPC sticker on the package facing towards the back. Of course, she's not, she got in front of me, right? Walking the street. I'm recording now. I'm exposing everything that they're doing. We get to, I get to the bus, close to the bus. She's in front of me. I talk about that. This is what they do. Talk about synchronized movement, because they want to try to send me some subliminal message about being microchipped every time I come over here. This is why yesterday with my daughter, you'll hear one of the school faculty members saying, after school. Now the school term is almost over. So why is the hell he's talking about after school? Think about that. We're in December. The school term is always almost over, and he's talking about after school. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that you got to understand and realize what it is that they're doing, right? So these are subliminal messages. And then today, with the barcodes, like when I come over here, listen, it doesn't matter if I'm over here at home or wherever I go. I'm already microchipped. We already know that. I already know that. Okay? The thing is getting concrete evidence. That's what I'm trying to do. And that's what they're trying to prevent. Okay? So anyway, as we walk into the bus stop, the woman in front who had the package on her bag, not in her bag, on her bag. Hear the sirens now. So she looks down at the planter box, and so I wanted to see what she was looking at. So I turned to record what she was looking at. And of course, there was a banana peel in the planter box. Right? Again, the subliminal threats about what it is that they're doing, that I should keep quiet. How can you keep quiet when they're targeting you every single day? When you're on the remote monitoring, when you're on the surveillance, when they're constantly interrupting your life, your ability to do things that you want to do, right? They're constantly sabotaging it, right? So how can you be quiet? And then they'll use the crazy theme when it suits them, and then because I'm doing my videos, then they'll try to say, they try to discredit me by saying, okay, he's crazy. Well, which one is it? One or the other? Okay, because you can't have both, right? But like I said, they will change things up to suit their narrative so that they are not held responsible, and they want no accountability for what it is that they've done to us as TIs. None whatsoever. So you'll see. So after the end of the video, I said to myself, you know what? Let me record, because this woman here, as soon as I walk in the bus, she started like playing with her hair. As soon as I sit down and do all that stuff, she started touching it. Then I realized that she had this card in her hand. I'm like, okay, why does she have this card in her hand that she wants to show me? This is what they'll do. Okay, now watch. Now look. As soon as she heard the car horn, because that was when I started recording. As soon as she heard the car horn, what does she do? She's put the card away. Let's go back. Again, I keep telling y'all, sometimes they'll do certain things to try to prevent me from showing the blatant psychological operation that they engage in, like what they just did. But sometimes I will have the presence of mind to start to hit the record button, right? And as soon as I hit the record button, you hear the car horn, and that's the signal that he's recording. And now she puts the card away. So let's zoom in a little bit here, okay? I started recording, all right, with the 3 fingers. Now she heard the car horn, right? Now look what she does. Now why is she fidgeting with her phone like that? look how she keeps looking from side to side, right? Look what she's doing. All right. There you go. Here we go. Let me pause that. Is it this one? All right. Let's play the whole video. Now she starts playing with her hair. Look, she's looking at me, playing with her hair. Look. Okay, so there was a fire truck. Okay, let me play it over again. Okay, let's go back slightly. Did I go forward? I need to go back a little bit. There you go. There you go. So you saw when I was walking to the bus stop, there was a New York Fecal Department fire truck going up, right? Again, this is all stage. Hacking my phone to delete to end the recording so I couldn't save the video to show blatantly what they were doing. It was very blatant. That's why they did that. Got on the bus, started using her to target me. You hear the car horn. So as soon as I hit the record button, it's the car horn. All of a sudden, she puts the whatever card she had in her hands down. Right? As we're driving, as the bus is going, right? She starts looking in the front. Start looking in the back. Doing all these little hand things, hand gestures, what have you. Started pressing on her phone or what have you. And what do you see in the background there? What do you see? What does that look like to you? Okay? The New York Fecal Department. This is why they're making all that noise now that you guys are hearing. Right? Because they know I busted them. I got them. I got them. When I tell you I got them, the time I tell you I got them, I got them. Right? And up to now, I still have not heard back from Ethan's school. After being told that, is it or if I can come pick up the phone early, like, right? I said, yeah. I said, I can come pick it up. Just let me know. Call me back, right? He said, I'll call you back. Call me back once. An hour later, I haven't heard back since. Have not heard back from them since. So again, coordinated attacks. And I'm going to prove to you guys that I did call. All right? Watch this. Oh, let me still continue. Look. Sirens. Still sirens. From the time I started doing this video, you guys hear sirens in the background. You heard a helicopter, you heard the sirens. And it's still going. I've been doing this video now for what? Let's see. We're what? Hold on a sec. 8 minutes now. Over 8 minutes. 8 minutes, 30 seconds. And it keeps going. So for a whole 8 minutes, they've been engaging in a noise campaign. Again, proven what I say. Proven without a shadow of a doubt. This aspect of being harassed psychologically, being attacked with noise campaign. Okay? So they can't dispute this. They can, right? But it's not going to work out in their favor. I have too much videos, too much evidence to show exactly what it is that they're doing. All right? Look, it's still going now. Okay, I'm going to pause this again because I want to show you guys that I did call. All right, so you see on top here, it says Mega Everett High School, right? So I want to show you guys this. So this is me calling this morning at 10:22 a.m., right? I'll go and call. Okay? How long was I on the phone for? Look at the time. 20 minutes and 41 seconds I was on the time. I was, on the phone. 20 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay? All right. Then I got a call almost an hour later, right? 11, 12 a.m. He said to me, I got, the teachers are busy. I'll call you back. It is now 1:53. Remember, I got to go pick up my daughter for 2:20. You don't see any other incoming call. Right? So then they can say, well, I didn't say that. I didn't say I was going to call you back or what have you. Such again, always they do things to discredit you, right? To make you out to be the liar. But they are the liars. They are the manipulators. They are the ones who are being deceptive and are deceiving people. Okay? They're doing this. And again, and then try to, as I'm leaving the house now, try to send me some subliminal messages and all this bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? This is the coercive nature, the coercive child. First of all, you cannot control me, whether coercive, whatever. You may have been able to do it in the past because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand. There's a level of confusion in terms of being microchip and the psychological operation. But once you begin to figure out the shit that they do, right? You take back some of that control. And they don't like that because they want to be the one to control you. They want to be the one to tell you what to do. And usually it is not for your benefit. It will not be any positive benefit towards you. Just as how when they put you in this program, it is not for your benefit. It is for their benefit. It is for their, so they can profit off of you, so they can control you, so they can manipulate you in multifaceted ways. Okay? And it's never to your benefit, always to your detriment. Remember that. Though this is why it's important that you study your targeting, see how they condition you, and take back some of that control from them. Because you're not going to take back all the control. We're dealing with a organization, an entity, whatever you want to call it, that is well funded, have experts in all fields, right? Have predator law enforcement in their pocket on their, engaging in these sort of threats and these sort of things, the overseers of these programs, right? This is what I talk about, right? So again, proven beyond a shadow of a doubt what it is that they're doing. Okay, don't fall for their manipulative tactic and their manipulative scheme. Now let me go back to this video again and to show you guys. Now listen. Call horn. Start recording. Look. Because she keeps looking at me, looking back that way, looking back to the front. Look, Look at this one too. So I forgot about her. Both of them. Look, come back, look, play with her hair, looking over at me. Now, she got activated. When I talk about her being, she got activated when you heard the call horn. As soon as I start recording, you heard the call horn. She got activated, so now she's going to do the subliminal shit. And I showed you guys, the New York, the Fecal Department of New York, in the background. Look, they're still going on with the noise now. They're still going on with the noise, right? They're still going on with the noise, right? What you see right there. Okay, look right there. This is the state that's doing this. This is using emergency services, law enforcement to engage in psychological operation, not only psychological operation, but cognitive warfare, neurocognitive warfare, right? Coercive persuasion programming, setups, frame-ups, because the state will always do things in order to do what? To do what? Particularly when it comes to being a black man in America. And you think New York is different from the South, from Louisiana, from Georgia? I keep saying New York is one of the most racist states in America, and you'll see. Go read the post under this video about 2021 with the lawsuit against the New York Fecal Department, against the Fecal Department of New York, right? So we like to kid ourselves the fact that, like I said, when it comes to living in liberal cities, that is not just as racist, even more racist than the so-called racist conservative state in the Midwest. Okay? Now even out west, California. Come on now. Y'all need to start looking at the people who are in positions of power, who are the wealthy in each state, and understand whether they're liberal or conservative. They're all racist, all of them, because they're not doing anything to tear down the system of white supremacy. As a matter of fact, now they say, well, it's out of our hands now. It is these wealthy oligarchs, so we can blame the wealthy oligarchs. But I understand it's the wealthy oligarchs that are funding their campaign, that are donating money to them, that are inviting them to on vacation retreats on the multi-million, $100 million yachts. Okay, come on now, wake up, wise up, understand what's going on. All right, talk to you guys in the next video.